ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहनावतु
सहनौ
भुनक्तु
सह
वीर्यं
करवावहै
करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु
मा
विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भगवद्वेषिणीम्।
यं
ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
वेदैः
साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा
पश्यन्ति
योगिनः
योगिनः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरा सुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः
यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः.
Before entering, let me before entering in second chapter, some points I think we should discuss before beginning of the second chapter. What we have seen in first chapter, and that was what is samsara. One sec. And we have seen samsara is not outside, but our disposition of mind is called samsara. And if we have three things in our mind, it's called samsara. One is ragaha, second one shokaha, and third one is called mohaha. Ragaha means over attachment to something, to person, some relationship. Shokaha, the fear of to lose them, what we loved one, not loved one, but what we have attached to, is called shokaha. And when there are too much attachment and our mind is full of sorrow, then our intellect stop thinking and it thinks but differently. It's called moha, means delusion. So at that time we cannot take right decision because our intellect is clouded by ragaha and shokaha. It's called sansaraha. And how can we come out from sansaraha? So not by changing anyone, we can come out. If we want to come out for sansara, then only one way, we have to come out for our own this disposition, negative thinking, ragaha, shokaha and moha. It was a small story I have heard somewhere, and it was there that one person was traveling in the bus and his seat on the top of that wheels. Behind there are four wheels, no? So his seat was on the top of this wheel and he started a sound of whistling. When he heard this sound, he felt there is a puncture. Bus has a puncture and some in wheel there is some problem. So he has asked one who is sitting nearby, and he asked that person, "Are you listening that whistling sound?" And that person has tried to listen, but he says, "No, I'm not listening." But still he has listened. So again, he heard the listening sound, the first person. Then again, that thinking process starts. If puncture happens, then accident may occur. So he approached conductor and he asked conductor, "Something is problem inside the wheel. You please check. I thought some puncture is there." Then conductor also became serious and he tried to listen that whistling sound, but he was unable to listen. Still that person said, "I'm listening. There is a problem in the bus." Then conductor and that person approached the driver and he said, "Driver, it seems there is some problem. Bus has some problem in puncture, some wheel has. Let's check." Then driver stops the bus and he checked everything. Then he says, "There is no problem. All wheels are fine. There is no puncture." Now again bus starts. Again he starts listening that sound. Then he said, "Why this coming?" And then he reached his destination. He came home. When he reached home, still that sound is keep on coming from, he was listening. Then he thought there is some problem. Then he approached the ENT surgeon, some doctor. And that doctor says, there is a problem inside your ear, not outside. Because some problem in ear, you are listening the sound of whistling because of your problem inside the ear. Something is there. Then he says some small surgery should be done, then you will be okay. And when everything has been done properly, then that sound stops. Same way, we always complaining something, all noises are from outside and they keep disturb our mind. Keep on disturbing our mind. Some behavior, some attitude, and because of that, we try to change them. Like that person has tried, he stopped bus, he has changed everything, he checked everything. Same way, we are also doing there. But when we come to know all sounds are not coming from outside, they are all are in us, in our mind. Then we start thinking how this sounds, because of raga, shoka and moha, they are keep on some problems occur in our mind. If we understand, then this is the first step to come out from samsara. Directly we cannot jump from samsara. First it says one should diagnose properly. So person has to diagnose there is some problem inside my mind, and then we have to approach doctor. Like that person has approached to doctor, same way we can also approach the doctor, but here doctor is different. There was a doctor, here is a guru. But first we have to come to know this is some problem in our mind, not outside. And we can also understand there is no problem in man, woman, healthy, poor, whatever. There is no problem in relationship, no problem in marriage, no money, no problem, but only problem because of my thinking process, because of my some attitude inside my mind. This is the first step of samsara. It should be diagnosed. Then second thing, what can be possible? Then second one is we feel helplessness. In helplessness, in Sanskritam, it's called Karpanya Doshopahata Svabhava. And poor Arjun is representative of all of us. He was feeling inside some problem is there. That's why he would like to stop the war. He would like to change everything. But slowly, Arjun understood there is some problem in my thinking. That's why he didn't run away from the battlefield. And then slowly he feels inside helplessness. Something, this is not in my head. It's called karpanyam. So second stage to come out from samsara is, in Sanskrit also, dainya avastha, poorness, but proper word is helplessness. So second step to become spiritual is we should helplessness inside. Our own judgment, our own thinking, we cannot come out from this, all our problems inside the mind. It's called helplessness. It should be second problem. Then third, to come out from samsara, third, what should we do? Then third one is surrender. And surrender to what? To teacher. That patient surrender to doctor. And we are also patient. But we are patient of what? Sansara roga. He has some problem in ear. He is ear patient. We are a sansar patient. That's why we are sansari. Then we have to approach to whom? The doctor. And who is that doctor? So in Shastra, it's called guru, teacher, whatever say. Then we have to, when we understand the case is not with, I cannot solve my problem with my own self, then we can go to approach to doctor. This is called surrender. And with the help of teacher, we can come out from this disease called samsara. And I have quoted one shloka from Mundaka. Pariksha lokan nirvedamayat akrutaha krutena nasti gurum eva abhigachet. A deserved person, pariksha, he examined all our result of action. Karma phalam, it's called lokan, having examined all our result of action, then nirvedamaya, he becomes dispassion. Vairagyam comes to him, and what he comes to one conclusion, akrutaha means moksha. I cannot get moksha by doing anything. Akrutaha krutena nasti. I cannot get moksha by doing keep on action, different action. Because moksha is siddha, is not sadhya. So how can I come out? Then gurumeva bigachet. Like that king and queen, they approach to guru. What we are seeing in homework, same way, the student should approach guru, and then guru will teach. And here, what Arjuna has done in second chapter, he said to Krishna, Shadimam, you ruled over me. Tvam prapannam. The meaning is, I am surrendered to you. Tvam means you, prapannam, I am surrendered. This is the third point to become spiritual. Directly we cannot become spiritual. This we have to go through all these steps, and then actual pursuit of spirituality will start. So first one, we should know we all are sansari, no problem. We are sansari, we have no problem, but we should feel helplessness. How can I come out from this sansara problem? Then we have to surrender, and then Krishna will start teaching. Even still 10th shloka of second chapter, Krishna doesn't start. He starts only after 10th, because at that time also, without surrendering to Krishna.
Swami, 1 minute, Swami.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, please.
Please, can you tell me once again what is samsara here? Samsara means family here.
I have told, no, I have already showed.
Yes, ma'am. That time actually the network is disconnected. Again, I log in.
Okay, no problem.
Really sorry.
Yeah, no problem. A person, one who has a raga means over attachment. A person who has a sorrow means one whose person is sad. And one person cannot take decision properly because of over attachment, because sorrow. If person cannot take decision properly, the mixture of all three is called sansari. And one who has three things is called sansari, and these three are inside our mind. If person is sannyasi, then he is also sansari. If he is brahmachari, he is sansari. Even marriage gruhasti is also sansari. So sansari is not marriage life, but sansar means these three things if in our mind is called sansari. So first we have to discover we are sansari, and being sansari, we would come out from this sansara, and we feel helplessness, and because of this helplessness, we surrender to our teacher, and then teacher will start. These all steps will come in second chapter before 10. Then everything will start. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Swaminiji, can you say that once you recognize the helplessness and surrender to Ishvara and the teacher, and you start the spiritual pursuit, then you become a jignasu, right?
We know first we become mumukshu, and slowly we can become jigyasu. Because there is a two word mumukshu. The meaning of mumukshuhu means moktomichuhu, means one who would like to free. So first we are come out, we would like to come out from samsara, mumukshuhu. Then slowly, while learning from teacher, we understand that only mumukshu is not good enough. We should become jignasu, means we should know we are already muktaha. Then how we are already muktaha? If we would like to know, then it's called jignasu. The meaning of jignasu means gnatum ichuhu, but mumukshu is moktum ichuhu. One would like to free from samsara, but at that time he or she doesn't know how can I free from samsara. That's why he surrendered to our teacher. Then teacher start teaching, and through teaching it will come. There is a no birth, no death. You are already muktaha. Then how I am muktaha? That akanksha, if arise, then we become jigyasu. So this is small difference between jigyasu and mumukshu. So first we are mumukshu only because we don't like samsara. We would like to come out from samsara. Then teacher says you are already muktaha. You should know you are muktaha. This mumukshu should convert into jignasa. How? This is also small steps we have to do from mumukshu to jignasu. So that will come here.
Thank you.
So with this background, second chapter. Sanjaya uvacha
Sanjaya Vacha
tantatha krupaya vishtam
Tanthatha
Tantaya
kripaya
Kripaya Vishtam
ashrupurna kulekshanam
Ashrupurna
Ashrupuranam
vishidantamidam vakyam
Vishidantamidam Vakyam
uvacha madhusudanaha
Vacha Madhusudanaha.
The name of second chapter is Sankhya Yoga. And meaning of Sankhya means Jnanam, knowledge. The knowledge of self, Atma Jnanam, is called Sankhya. Samyak Akhyayate Buddhihi, Sankhya, we will see later, but it's called Sankhya. And first verse of second chapter is spoken by Sanjaya. So Sanjaya again is narrating to Dhritarashtra what happens now battlefield. Dhritarashtra was little bit curious also. Now already Arjuna is disappointed. He may run away. Then whole war maybe stop. So that's why he was hoping. But then Sanjay Uvacha. And I have written this Anvaya, we have already told. Then what Sanjaya has said, Tatha, the meaning of Tatha, the meaning is after that, having told everything by Arjuna to Krishna, then Madhusudanaha means Krishna, idam vakyam uvacha. He spoke this sentence, these words, to whom? Tam. The meaning of Tam means Arjuna. Second case. So Madhusudanaha idam vakyam uvacha. He told this sentence to him. And these all are adjective of Arjuna. How is Arjuna? Krupaya Vishtam Arjuna. Ashru Purna Kulekshanam Arjunaha. Vishidantam Arjunaha. These all are descriptions of Arjunaha. Then first is here Madhusudanaha. Krishna's name is used by Veda Vyasa. Really speaking, the Madhusudana is the name of one demon was Madhu. And Sudana means kill. Arjuna kills one demon by the name Madhu. So madhum sudayati nashayati iti madhusudana. But here madhu meaning also we know sweet, honey. And it says what we like most. We like ourselves. We like always I am this year, I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer, I'm this much, I have some possessive. All this is called I. And we like everything, even from our family, we like only I, ahankara. So always, madhu means sweet. What we like most. So we like only ourselves, nobody else. It is a one small story. It's just I was telling. Sarvam priyam bhavati. Brudharanak, there is one sentence. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Everybody likes oneself. It's called I. And for this, I have heard one story. It was a fire in one house. Whole house was on fire. Everybody is coming out. It was a rich person's house. Then rich person, he came out. Their family members all came out. And everybody was going on fire. Suddenly, that person remembered his small son was inside. Then he asked some person, can you save my child? He's inside. Then he said, it is your child. You go and save. Then he says, if I kill, if I burn them, it's called Atmanastu Kamaya. It's called I. We always love ourselves, and that I is called ego, ahankara. And if we know, and the problem is with I only. One thing also I would like to clear, there is a, when we say ahankar, there are two types of ahankar. Ahankara are two types. When we are boasting about oneself, I am this and that, it's called also ahankar. Boasting. I have this much wealth, I am this much learned, I am scholar. This type of boasting is called ahankara. And second ahankara is if you are attached to our body. How much weight you have, then we say I am 60 kg. That I am is connected to what? Our body. It's called also ahankara. If somebody asks, why you are looking a little bit down, then we say, I am disturbed. I don't like to talk with you. When we say, I am disturbed, that I is referred to our mind. This is also called ahankara. But here, this ahankara and this ahankara, both are talked, madhu. Because we love what we have, and we love also our body, mind, sense complex. This ahankara, if we know this is the more problematic thing in our life, then we can pray to our Lord, okay, please take this ego from my inside. Then Ishwaraha is Madhusudanaha, because Madhu is honey, sweet. And here madhu we can take as the ego. And sudayati, if we pray from heart, please take away my all ahankara, then Ishvara also nashayati. Our ego can be taken by Ishvara. If Ishvara can kill demon, so he can also remove our own ego. It's called Madhusudana. That's why there are some adjectives, some names are chosen by Vedavyasa, because Arjuna thinks that what my thinking is clear. This is also ego. That's why purposefully Vedavyasa has kept Madhusudana, because he needs to kill his own ego, his own thinking. That's why Madhusudana. So Krishna can, and sometimes we pray to Lord, please take away my ego. And some situation happen in our life, then again we even criticize Ishvara also. Why you have given such situation? Ishvara has given because we have prayed. But Madhusudana means one who take away our ego is Madhusudana. He said to Idam Vakyam Uvacha. He told to Arjuna, and who is Arjuna? First, I have written, Arjuna is Krupaya Avishtam. He is saying overwhelmed by compassion, sympathy, attachment, whatever. Here, Krupaya is not simple compassion, but little bit affection, attachment, sympathy. Still, Arjuna is still like that. What was in first chapter? Avishtam means overwhelmed. Then, who is Arjuna? Ashrupurna Akula Ashrupurna Kulekshanam. So, his eye was full of tears. You know, Arjuna was Kshatriya. In Kshatriya, he never cries because he considered is a very brave person. Each and every Kshatriya considered as a very brave. That's why Arjuna didn't allow his tears rolled on his cheeks, because his whole eyes are full with tears, but still he didn't allow. It's called Ashrupurnaha. His whole eye is full with the eye. Akula, again, is overwhelmed, overpowered. Ikshanam means vision. When our eyes are full of tears, can we see properly? No, we cannot see properly. Same way, Arjuna's eyes, here indirectly says, Arjuna's mind is also full of, is clouded. And because of this clouded, Ikshanam means his vision, clear vision, what should do, what should not do, is Akula, is overwhelmed, overpowered. Ashrupurna means saying, over emotions, without of over emotions, his thinking power, his vision, big Kshatriya, totally is overpowered. That Arjuna, this is a second adjective of Arjuna, and third adjective of Arjuna is Vishidantam. He is still sad, confused, but still he is not run away. Arjuna was sad because he doesn't like to kill his own people. That's why Vishidantam. So all three description of Arjuna proves Arjuna is what we have discussed, Sansarihi. But plus point of Arjuna is he didn't run away, he's still waiting for Krishna's some advice, some suggestion. But still Arjuna has not asked anything. That's why Krishna has not given any advice. But he has just one slapped. He has given one slap, like a one whip on horse we used to give. Same way Arjuna, Krishna's whipping. And he says in second verse, this Bhagavan Uvacha, but still Bhagavan Uvacha is only simply talking. There is a no jnana, no teaching, no upadesha. But still, first time it has come, Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri
Bhagavan Uvacha.
Kutastva Kashmalamidam.
Kutastva Kashmalamidham.
Vishame Samupasthitam.
Vishame Samupasthitam.
Anarya Jushtamasvargyam.
Anaryajushtamasvargyam.
Akirtikaram Arjuna.
Akirtikaram Arjuna.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan spoke. He has told. And he says, Kutasva Kashmalamidam Vishame Samupastitam Anarya Jushtamasvaryam Akirtikaram Arjuna. So I have done this Anvaya. He says to Arjuna, O Arjuna, Kutaha, from where? Tva. If you check, Tvam Yuvayam, Tvam Yuvam Yuyam, Tvam. This is a short form of Tvam. You, to you. Vishame, in this crisis, idam, this, kashmalam. The meaning of kashmalam is rejection, depression, despair, whatever. This kashmalam, again, anarya jushtam, asvargyam, and akirtikaram, all are adjectives of kashmalam. Whenever we think of Kshatriya's life, in Kshatriya's life, it should be three things. What is the responsibility? What is the job of Kshatriya? First, they have to uphold the dharma. Is first his job, upholding dharma. Second, by upholding dharma, sometime he may lose his own life. But even he loses his life, he will get punya. Even our all army men of any nation, if they die during fight, during war, they definitely get punyam. And that punyam lead to swarga. So this will get punyam. I am not writing swarga, but punyam. And third thing in Kshatriya life was, while living, they definitely get fame, because their whole life is given to nation only. They keep on serving our nation, so he will get kirtikaram, kirtim karoti. It get fame. So there is a three. Always Kshatriyas has three type of their faculty. All three Krishna has given here. This kashmalam. So this depression, what will give to Arjuna? This depression is what? Then first he says, Vishame. First I have taken Vishame. The meaning of Vishame means in this crisis, but this crisis at wrong time, at wrong place, he has developed this kashmalam, this depression or dejection. First thing, this depression is what? Anarya Jushtam. The meaning of Anarya Jushtam is, one, it is not proper. There is one definition is given of Arya. We used to say, no, there is Arya. What is Arya? The definition of Arya is, I have given, Kartavyam Acharan Karma, Akartavyam Anacharan. Tishtati Prakrutaha Achare Save Aryaha Iti Smrutaha. Saha Aryaha. Definitely he is Arya, Iti Smrutaha. It is well known, it is said. But what is the job of Arya? Kartavyam Acharan Karma. What is to be done, he has done. Kartavyam is to be done. Acharan, he always follow his to be done job. Akartavyam anacharan, he never follows not to be done. Akartavyam anacharan tishtati prakrute achare, he always achara means discipline. He always stands apart with discipline. He remains in discipline. Prakrutaha achare save aryaha iti smrutaha. It's called Arya. But here what Arjuna has done, his kartavyam is to fight. But he is doing a kartavyam. That's why Arjuna, Krishna says Anarya Jushtam, which is not proper to upright man. It's called Anarya. Arya means right, upright man. But Anarya means which is not proper. So what right you are doing, it is not proper. Anarya Jushtam. In people in South and in India, they say, one, what is the definition of Arya? Who lived near Sindhu. It's called Arya Sanskriti. Aryan culture. There are long debate on Arya. But really speaking, this is the definition of Arya. Being one who lives. Even if Brahmana can be Arya, even Kshatriya can be Arya, even Shudra or Vaishya. One who does one's job to be done. It's called Arya. But right now, Arjuna doesn't like to fight. That's why Krishna says, Anarya Jushta. Your depression, despair gives to what? Anarya. You become an Anarya. And second thing, your Kashmalam, what it will give you? Aswargyam. What I have said, while fighting, if any army person give away, we always say Shahid, that always give punya, and that punya leads to Swarga. Every army, always after death in battlefield, they get life of Swarga. But here Arjuna said, I don't like to fight, then he will not get a Swarga, Aswargyam. That depression, that Kashmalam will not give you Punyam, and because of Punya, you never go to Swarga. Second, this Kashmala is like this. And third one, Akirtikaram. This is Swargyam is after death. Because after death only he will go to Swarga. But Kirti, by living only. So Krishna has discussed all three parts. Arya part, so what is to be done? Then after death, he won't get Swarga. And by living, he will lose his old family. Because I know Pujya Swamiji used to say, in Gita home study, he used to say, each and every person start ill talking about Arjuna. They said that Arjuna, because Arjuna was a hero of everybody. Like in nowadays, everybody's hero is like some actor, somebody. Same way at that time, Arjuna was a hero, role model for everybody. And that person, like Arjuna, if he runs away from the battlefield, then what he will get? And at that time, Duryodhana was ready to make him ill feel. So everything, this job of Arjuna to run away from battlefield will give what? Akirti. Not fame, but opposite of fame. They start talking, bad talking about you. Even Pujya Swamiji used to say, while we were listening to him, he used to say, while, small, one who are frontiers, they just kept, they don't know and fight, but they start talking. When I looked at Arjuna, he ran away. Because my eyesight is so powerful. Then one by one, everybody starts talking, bad talking about Arjuna. It's called Akirtikaram. So he says, after that, you won't get Swargam. By living, you won't get Kirtim. And this, your decision not to fight is Anarya. This, everything because of what? This depression. You keep on talking. What is first chapter? He says, Samupastitam. He says, from where does this come? Kutaha means from where? I have written somewhere, no? Kutaha. From where this thinking has come to you. It is not proper to you. This is the wrong thinking. So Krishna is not giving any advice. Krishna is just giving one slap on. It's seeming he's giving slap. He's not directly giving slap. Then another shloka, what he says to Arjuna is what I was talking in our Sanskritam class. Klebyam masmagam partha.
Klaibyam
Masmagamah Partha
Naitattvayupapadyate.
Naitattvayupapadyate
Kshudram hridayadam.
Shudram hridaya daurbalyam
Yaktotishta parantapa.
tyaktvottishta parantapa.
First we will see Anvaya. He says, Krishna says, Partha klevyam masma gamaha. Ma gamahas. Partha klevyam ma gamasma. Etad tvai na upapadyate. What I was talking about tvai. Shudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktva parantapa uttishta. So first he has addressed Arjuna as a Partha. The meaning of Partha is Kunti's another name was Prutha. And Pruthayaha putraha Partha. One who is a son of Prutha, Kunti, is called Partha. So Krishna says, you are still your mother's baby. You don't like to fight like a small child. They say, no, I don't like to fight. Please stop war. That's why Krishna says, Partha. He says, O son of Kunti, Klebyam. The meaning of Klebyam is unmanliness. Really speaking, is eunuch. The meaning of Klebyam, the nature of eunuch. It says, it is not physically Arjuna was eunuch, but from his mental level. He is eunuch because it's written in somewhere, being the man, being Kshatriya, always Arjuna is a disciplined person. Arjuna was a person of perseverance. He is well armed. He is a well archer. But this thinking make him eunuch. That's why is a bad word. Actually, it is not good word. Krishna has been used for Arjuna. If somebody else might have heard, he may felt bad also. It's a bad word. He says, Klebyam. And this small means really. He says, in this battlefield, in this such situation, this type of Klebyam, if somebody asks, it's just like this. There is a Bharat-Pakistan war is going on. In the same border, one army man says, now I would like to go back to my house because I don't like to fight. Then how it looks? Same way, Arjuna feels both side army was ready to fight and he was in between both armies and he says, now I would like to run away. That's why he says, Partha, Klebyam. He says, in your men, in your mind, what is Klebyam is there, eunuchness is there, weak mind is also there. So he says, Magamaha, don't take. Please don't carry it by this type of thinking. Magama is like don't take, but it's think don't carry it away. Such thinking. Because Ashrupurna collection, because his eyes, his mind was fully clouded. In his eye, he is covered with tears, while in mind, his whole mind covered with over attachment and with all sadness. That's why this type of thinking. That's why his Bhagavan says, please don't carry it away by Klebyam, by such thinking. Partha Klebyamasmagamaha, and then Etatvai. Etat means this type of thinking, Klebyam. This Klebyam, such thinking, I don't want to fight. Atatayiha, if we kill this Atata criminals, we will go to Naraka. Is such thinking, it's called Etad. Now, Padyate, it is not befitting to you. Because if you think why Bhagavan is keep on telling, even after second, third chapter, he keeps on telling because if somebody, this is also Puja Swamiji's thinking, if somebody's become sadhu, simple person, common person, nobody will notice also. He becomes sadhu, even nobody will notice. But everybody knows Siddhartha become Buddha. Why? Because Siddhartha was a son of king. He was a prince. And being prince, everybody's eyes on the prince only. So what is the son of king is doing? Same way, Arjuna also prince. Everybody looking at Arjuna is a prince. Whatever Arjuna does, they follow them also. If they see Arjuna is also running away from the battlefield, then wrong pattern will start. In simple human being also, if such situation arise, need not to fight, we can skip the fight. That's why it's a etatvaina upapadyate. In this, in you, seventh case, in you, this type of thinking, it is not fitting you. Because you are the role model of all society. In third chapter, it will come. What is the name? What is the name? The special name. What is the name? Krishna says. What is the name of that third chapter? Karma Yoga, that I know, but there is a Loka Sangraha. There is a one word is used by Krishna in third chapter, is Loka Sangraha. The meaning of Loka Sangraha is not something we keep aside, but meaning of Loka Sangraha means what if whatever main person in the society does, everybody will follow. It's called Loka Sangraha because people have no time to think what is right or what is wrong. If somebody, non-person has done something, then they think this is same, this fashion comes like this only. No? If somebody in one movie, some actress has wear some type of different dress, then that pattern will start in generation. Same thinking pattern also, if somebody thinks we should go run away, if some situation is not good for us, then all people will also follow. That's why Loka Sangraha means even we like or we don't like, but whatever a duty we should do. Same way Arjun also is a one person in the society, everybody's eyes on Arjuna because Arjuna was the best archer. That's why he says, if you will run away, people will also run away. Yat yat acharati shreshtaha tat tat deve taro janah. Whatever does good people in the society, the other will follow them. But if good people, the main people in the society, they do some wrong thing, then one type of tradition will break up. If main people are doing, we should also do like this. It's called Loka Sangraha. That's why Krishna says, Etatvai na upapadyate. It doesn't befit in you. Your thinking is not good. Etatvai na upapadyate. And what should he do? He should do. He says, Tyaktva. The meaning of Tyaktva means, please, having given up, having thrown away. What? Shudram Radaya Daurbalyam. Shudram means lowly. Radaya Daurbalyam means weakness of heart. Radaya means heart, but really speaking, the location of mind is always in heart. There are two thinking patterns. In general, people says our mind, our intellect is here in brain, but our Shastra says our mind, our intellect is in our heart. Hridaya Daurbalyam means not really speaking heart, but meaning of Hridaya Daurbalyam is the weakness of your mind. This thinking, Shudram, it is not good, it is a lowly, that Tyakva, you please give up everything, and what you should do, it says Uttishta. The meaning of Uttishta means get up. You get up, and here Krishna has used Arjuna's another name, Parantapa. The meaning of Parantapa is Paran Shatrun Tapayati. In front of Arjuna, all enemies is Arjuna is a scorcher of other enemies. In I think incognito, when Duryodhana attacked on Virat, having seen Arjuna, everybody they ran away. It's called Parantapa. Having seen Arjuna, people run away. It's called Paran Shatrun Tapayati. You please don't become Partha, now you become Parantapa. Because you are not now your mother's son, but you are Parantapa. You are Kshatriya. You fight and you kill the enemies. And for Uttishta, you get up. And when Krishna said everything, Arjuna's mind is not yet settled. So now he will again argue. But at last he confess and he will say, really speaking, my mind is confused. So you please rule over me and you teach me what should do, what should not to do. So now Arjuna will tell. Now fourth verse is from Arjuna's mouth, but we will see it tomorrow. Any question regarding this? Anyone?
Swaminiji, I love this verse very much. Third verse, Yes, it's a wonderful verse, Swaminiji. It's Swami Vivekananda used to, like this verse so much because he's saying, it is telling me because I'm afraid of life. You get up and fight. Don't run away. And it's really amazing verse. And
even in Kathopanishad Uttishtata Jagrat Prapyapan Vibodhata is also
yes.
very nice, also liked by Vivekananda. Anita ji.
Swaminiji, Arjuna had a doubt, a big doubt. And Krishna was there and he gave the whole Bhagavat Gita and cleared the doubts, all in one sitting. So in our life, when we have doubt, we learn the Bhagavad Gita. So we seek to learn when we learn the Bhagavad Gita, but it took months and years. And so that's hard. So we have to take action. And we're slowly learning, but in between we have to do something.
There is one thing also I would like to share with you. Everybody says we will study, we will read all books like Upanishad. Even now Pujya Samraji's home study is available, but still I would like to share with you all knowledge. It says all knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and specifically Atma Jnanam, never comes through books, is always through Shravanam only. Whatever we know, even in Mundaka, in Bhashyam, in one Shankara has said, Panditaha api swatantrena shastrasya abhyasam ma kuryat. Even Pandita, even if scholar, but still it should be comes through Guru only. Because sometimes, because we think our thinking is always right. But sometimes because our thinking, we can also take some words of Upanishad or Gita wrongly also. That's why whenever home study is fine, but when Atma Jnanam is necessary, at that time, Guru Gamya only. Atma Jnanam, Guru Gamya, not by self. There are some Raman Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahansa is like him, exceptional. But in general, people need teacher. Without Atma Jnanam, never comes. Any question?
They say that even Paramahansa had Totapuri and Bhairavi Brahmani and gurus and
For for Vedanta, Totapuri.
and even Lord Krishna's guru was I forget the name.
Sandipani.
Yes,
What's the name?
Sandipani.
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 Even Rama's guru was Vasishtha. Everyone who can guide. But for Ramakrishna, okay, but for us, we need some teacher. He's a Loka Sangraha, they have made their guru. Okay, then shall we do Purnamada? Yeah.
Om
Purnamadah
Purnamadah Purnamidam
Purnamidam
Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om